Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing very well. This week I had the pleasure to meet amazing people for one of our video podcasts, and I would like to invite you to join our conversation, listen, and enjoy that. And if you really like it, just press like button. And if you'd like to see more of such content, you can follow our page on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube. And thank you very much for watching this, and I hope to have a chance to talk to you too. Take care and stay safe. Hey guys, how are you? Nice seeing you.
Yes, good to see you. Really good to see you.
It has been ages, huh? When did we meet last time? Was it in Malta or it was in Barcelona?
No, it was in Barcelona last time we met.
Nice. Guys,
Yeah.
And just few calls, just WhatsApp messages, and that's it.
Yeah.
No.
So guys, I have the person we haven't met for a while, and the person I also introduced in one of my videos, and I was trying to get him to one of the calls, and finally he's here. Just because of you, he's going to join the call. So let's welcome him. Let's welcome this guy. You probably know him. Come on, mate, join the studio. Hello. Hey, loud applause for him. Yay! Guys, for those who don't know, this is my cousin, Miri.
Hi guys. How's it
Hi,
going?
Miri. Oh, good.
Nice seeing you again. Long time.
Yeah, really good. Long time, exactly. A really long time since we've all seen each other. Malta was maybe the last time we were all together, which was 2 years ago, I think.
More. I think almost 3 years ago.
2018.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it's coming up to 3 years. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, time is passing super fast.
We need to organize another reunion.
So we know each other, but the people who are going to watch the video don't know. So I'll just give a little background. We know Mark together with Miri since 2013, 14, I think. He was our first flatmate in Malta. Apart from our family member, it was amazing. Guys, he's just amazing guy. I mean, he's incredible, super talented, super friendly, and it's so easy to communicate with him. It was even easy with his Spanglish at that time, but yeah, he just became like part of family for us. And through Mark, we got to meet you.
Yeah.
Alicia, did I pronounce your name correctly? I'm horrible.
No, that's perfect. Alicia, yeah, you got it.
Great.
Yeah, when did we first meet? Maybe, I think, did both of you come to Barcelona one weekend,
Not
maybe?
just us.
Or maybe just
No,
you?
no, it was me. I met you before him, so it was me.
Yeah, that's right. And then when I came to Malta, I met both of you again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Guys, maybe you can a little bit introduce yourselves and who you are, what you're doing in general, and then we'll start talking about the topic of our video podcast.
Okay. You go first?
Me first. We met in Malta 3 years ago. I went to Malta to improve my English, and no plans really in Malta. Was just for a month's course to study English, but at the end I spent over a year living with you, having a cat, and working in Malta, starting my project, the Mapilife, because the project I have here in Catalonia, the first idea of the first project of map was in Malta, and then I came to Barcelona, and we met maybe a few times. I met several different times in first Aarhus, then together in Malta again 3 years ago, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, always really good memories about Malta. One of my best years in my life. We spent really nice times with your family too, with the people we met there, with Marcial, Alex, the the people from Patcherville. See, it was really special. My English was the beginning of, after the school was
I
my
would say with Spanish twist, right?
sí. Bueno, the words I more remember is like when I was living with you,
Yeah,
Because
you say that
every
occasionally.
single situation, reminds me a concrete thing, a word, and then it's quite easy to do it.
You say that occasionally, like, oh, I know this word because of this situation with Hussein Miri, and I remember them teaching me this word, and it's nice.
But at the end, they were speaking Catalan with me,
Yeah, and I see the resident of Malta behind you. Like there's someone behind you.
Can you see her? There she is. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
She's
the guys.
part of the podcast too. That's
Actually,
good.
Cat and Mark adopted here in Malta, and he took it with him to Spain. And then actually the cat was traveling also with you, right? So you went to some different places.
Yeah, and she's got a cat passport, which
Awesome.
this was one of the things when we first met. Swiggy was one of the main reasons we met. I don't know, or one good way to get me. I've got a little cat, and I brought her back from Malta, and she has her own passport. I was like, oh, how nice.
That's a smart move, huh?
Yeah. Well done, Swiggy.
That was his pickup line, right?
Exactly, it was the pickup line. Yeah, my cat has a passport. Yeah, how can you say that?
So,
Malta is full of cats then?
sorry?
Is Malta full of cats?
Yeah,
Still?
man, still.
Oh,
As normal. Alicia, what about you? Just give to our audience a little bit background of yourself. I know a bit, but maybe you would describe it better.
Yeah, so I'm from England originally, and I moved to Barcelona 6 years ago, I think, to study to be an English teacher, because they need a lot of English teaching here. And I lived in Barcelona for a couple of years. I met Mark, and then we moved here to Reus, which is Mark's hometown. And we've been here for a couple of years, and it's nice. It's a really nice place to live because it's, the Mediterranean lifestyle, but also, I don't know, it's relaxing, and for me is important to have this combination, to be doing something you like, teaching, and also to be in a relaxed place, comparatively with England anyway.
Would you call Mark your best student?
My best student? No. He doesn't do his homework. That's the problem.
You have to. Now she speaks better Catalan than my English.
Almost.
In Reus, you have to speak Catalan.
Yeah.
Wow, well done. Guys, I want to give a chance to my cousin to introduce himself as well, because people don't know him, and he had some adventures also the past couple of years. So maybe if you would like to give a couple of notes of who you are and what brought you to Malta.
Hi, first of all, I'm cousin. Well, it was. I still remember the day I moved to Malta, like yesterday, but it was actually about 10 years ago. Now, yeah, eventually.
That's the reaction we get.
The first idea was like literally, we'll get some studies, we'll enroll for the university, and just we'll finish our studies, go back home. But how the Maltese lifestyle is, just sucks you in, and everything is so relaxed, nice, lots of sunshine, the sea, the beach. And that's how the adventure started, and we're like, okay, we can call it our second home. And yes, we're pretty much stuck in nowadays. Since last year, I can say we're stuck in because there's no other choice. But yes, overall, it's a very lovely experience. Like Malta is a place that gives you a lot of chance to meet a lot of great people like you guys as well. You know that we now have lots of people, lots of friends, and acquaintances from all over the world. That actually it's really something fascinating. And I can say that I'm pretty grateful for that first move that I did, that we actually did. We moved to Malta, and so far it's been a great experience. And let's see what comes next.
Would you say that being this international vibe here and so vibrant atmosphere helped us to survive the COVID time throughout?
Absolutely, it helped a lot. I mean, but it also depends on yourself, I would say. What are your expectations of the situation, and how you're trying to adapt to the situation as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry I was not here the first half of the COVID podcast.
Well, yeah.
I didn't know what you were doing, but yeah, I think we come to the area where we can actually move towards the topic of the podcast, in the life in the lockdown. Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. By the profession, you're a journalist, and then you're doing some different projects, and one of which you mentioned you were doing the maps in Malta, which was great success. I remember flags full of maps, designed and created by him and his colleague. We were then trying to give them out to different shops, but never managed to finish them all. And then it grew into the huge project down there in Catalonia with the project called Mapilife. If you don't mind to give me a link to your page, I will gladly share in the description of the video below. And guys, you can find in the comment the link to Instagram page, see some nice cool pictures down there. How was that year for you guys? I guess you were living together before COVID, or you started living together after or during, or so you pretty much spent this time together. How would you describe that? And then plus for you, school probably moved to online, or I don't know if it was shut down. So I give the stage to you.
Stage to us. I go first.
You go first.
So for me with the school, so no, let's start well. So it's over a year ago, right? It all panic starts coming. We hear about Italy locking down, and step by step people get more panicked, and then it arrived the day, I think 13th of March it was, here in Spain, when they decided to lock everything down. And my managers called all the teachers into the school that day and told us that we had to quickly get prepared for doing online classes. So we had to get all the usernames for all the students and these things. And then the following Monday, everything was online. And it was really unexpected, and you didn't know what to do. And of course, I've never taught online before, so it was very different, I suppose, for me and for the students. But after a while, you get used to it. And I think that's one thing to take from this whole year in general, is how adaptable we are to things. Something happens and you're really shocked about it to begin with, but give it a month and it's normal, like every day, like nothing has changed. So I'm now still doing classes. Some of them are online, some of them are back in the school. But yeah, it's continuing like this for a little bit. But yeah, I've adapted well, I think, in my job. Yeah. And you?
Related to me, the problem I had is I was preparing the map of my city of Reus for Easter, last Easter, and suddenly all was completely stopped. And then I had all the design, all my visits were done, and this map, it's, at least I didn't print the map this time, and then a couple of months of hard work gone, but at least I didn't spend money investing printing the maps. But then it's not just Easter, then the summer, the same problem with the other map of Salon, because my plan is focused on tourism. and then the regime was zero, you know, zero, and all the people at home. Then my idea was to like the website a bit like the digital newspaper, but all my clients are restaurants, experiences, shops, and these people were broke, you know, are broke, and then no profit for few months, no. But you know, in this kind of situation, you have to rethink all your projects, try to do different stuff. And I was lucky, and I got well, after a few months, when I was really broke, I got a job in the hospital, and I'm working there for now, month by month. Is nothing, but the problem now is with the vaccines, less people in the hospital, and then probably I'm gonna finish soon. But it's good news because my idea is continue doing maps, but now I'm gonna try to do more things, more stuff online, and try to do bookings, do more power into the website.
Yeah.
You know, I love paper, you know, because I love paper. I'm a classic, but if I can do like half paper, half online, like the digital revolution that they are saying, I will try. But for me, all life with paper, eh? But now I have to adapt.
What do you do in hospital, man? Because it's like nowadays it's a place we're all trying to run away to. Like you try not to even walk next to hospital because you know there is something boiling.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
And it's like crazy hours probably, or
no, was like a casualty, a bit lucky, and was like a administration job, like in a unit for prevention, doing like calls and Excels. Well, at the end, having my computer and doing my stuff if I want, but try to help as much as possible as I can. And yes, it's quite close to Reus. It's in the capital, in Tarragona. The timetable is really nice. If you compare, working for the state or working for your own, you know, the difference is quite all different, you know. You work less hours, you more profit. It's like this, eh? But this is just, you know, for this month.
Yeah,
you know?
it's temporary. Your contract is a COVID contract, so for this reason, it's just step by step, month by month, and then one day there's going to be no cases or nothing extra to do, and then it's over.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Spain actually went to the crazy lockdown measures and everything. How was your time during this period? I mean, it must be hard to stay indoors and being limited to go out. How was it like?
Yeah, it was quite
affecting you. You know, like.
To be honest, it's still crazy here, eh?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know what's happening in Malta, but here at 10 o'clock is like
a curfew. Curfew.
Corrafog, you have to stay at home at 10 o'clock. Then is quite like in a dictatorship, you know?
I think the person who can tell us what was happening in Malta and what's happening now is sitting just next to me.
It's like a flashback.
Come on, bring it back. They say it's pretty much the same thing with just airport open now, and you can tell guys on what was here, how you were spending your time.
Well, yeah, I signed up to the gym. I went 3 days, and then they locked down everything. So that's how when I decide to do something new, what happens, no? Yeah, there was a lockdown. I'm not sure, it was in the middle of last March. It started.
I think it was 17th March, something like that.
Something like this, yeah, by the middle of March, and literally they shut down everything. Malls, restaurants, cafes, bars, gyms, cinemas, I mean, basically everything. Just supermarkets were open and pharmacies, I would say.
Also airport, right?
Airport was open, yes, but then they closed it. Yeah. But it wasn't terrible. You know, the first wave was really terrible because people didn't know what to expect and what's gonna happen. There was lots of panic, a lot of news, you know, all around. You know, and everyone was in panic. You would go to the shop to buy just bread, and there's a queue of 200 meters. People just carrying the whole store, you know, home. You know, like this kilos of pastas. 10 bread per family. You couldn't find products, you know. I mean, thank God now, second lockdown that we're having now, it's pretty normal. Like, people didn't get crazy like before. You know, it's like, okay, you shut down everything, at least we can go out. I mean, we still could go out. There was no curfew. There was no limitation of time, you know. I mean, in fact, there was no even restriction like you have to put mask. It wasn't mandatory. You could go out without mask, walk in Slima in the street. Just people isolated themselves. Someone who cared and someone who didn't care, just so you could walk. Now it's a bit more stricter, I would say. But yeah, overall it was, I mean, at least we had some kind of freedom, I would say. But in general, if you go out and you see everything closed, you know, the busiest streets always packed with people, and all the properties full of cafeterias and everything that's always operating, and all of a sudden you see those grey streets, everything locked, closed. So that was really depressive. And yeah, what happened to us is, I don't know, it's like in the beginning we were just trying to go out every day, you know, just for a jog or walk, and slowly we started losing motivation, you know. We were just buying some jigsaw puzzles and, you know, building at home, and Netflix, literally, you know, you sleep, you wake up from bed to your office table, and from there to your sofa, watching a movie, and then back to sleep.
Yeah, that's basically, you moved from the office work to the homework. Working remotely.
We started working remote, and it's been over a year now. I'm working remote, and yeah, it's like your office is at home, your home is at home. It's like, it was pretty challenging in the beginning, but now I can say that I'm so much used to it, I don't want to go back to the office anymore.
But the most important thing, guys, this time we have enough toilet papers. So we don't need to stock it up.
Yeah, that was terrible. The first wave was terrible. Yeah.
So I think we in all, regardless where we were, guys, the main point we touched was like depressing, and that was actually the idea is to find out how you were handling this mini depression, or let's say big depression, where we were falling in, or like feeling like you are sort of locked within your own premises or the premises you occupy at the moment, like even like feeling not only physically but even mentally locked, let's say, because you didn't really know what you can do and how you can do that. How you were overcoming this period of time, especially I know like in Barcelona, in Spain, it was like quite crazy with the curfew, which is still going on. So how you were managing that time? Because I'm happy seeing you cheerful down there and smiling and laughing. That's awesome. But I guess the beginning was quite tough in some areas, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was so extreme here that you weren't allowed to go outside. You know, you weren't allowed to go outside unless you were going to the supermarket. So you couldn't go out for exercise or anything like that. So I remember the first few months, like Mark was leaving to go and take food to his grandma, and you were out doing various other things. Kind of had reasons to be out, but I pretty much remained inside, except for a weekend when I used to go to the supermarket. And this was one thing that I looked forward to, because I'd prepare like something really special for the weekend. I'd cook something really extravagant, and I'd be thinking about it all week, what I was going to buy in the supermarket. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things, actually, is the things I've cooked and the new recipes I've tried, and this kind of
lots of food, lots of drinking,
lots of drinking, cocktails, everything. Just all the time, just thinking of the next thing to make. Really, for me, that's probably the thing that's made me the most cheerful out of all of this. Is cooking and being in the kitchen. I think. What do you say?
don't know. I started a lot of things. And I don't know if I finished a good one.
Yeah.
I think
it's been hard to, for example, I bought a guitar about this time last year, just before Easter, because I knew I was going to be off, and I bought a guitar online, and I've barely played it at all. Like I've tried to teach myself a little bit, but I tend to find myself doing it, but then getting distracted, and I don't know. I think this year, although there's nothing to do really, I think it's also a hard time to start hobbies or projects because it's quite distracting. What's going on in the world and the news and things like this, I think it's quite hard to focus on one thing. I found that, at least.
See, I think the positive idea of everything is this is not gonna last forever, and after a big crisis, there are a lot of opportunities, there are a lot of projects, there are an spiral of euphoria, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with the traveling, it's gonna happen with the new meetings, it's gonna happen with the new situations. Also because we're gonna pass one day this, and all it's gonna be normal again, because it's gonna happen, no? And I think this summer could be quite good, The perspective is quite good, not just for the vaccine, is because, vaccine is quite important, because if you see the numbers in for example, in the hospital, most of the people got the vaccine, no? The two vaccines already.
Did you get yours?
Cases are about zero practically.
Yeah, well, they're going down. Yeah,
going down. But if you focus just in the healthcare workers,
okay,
it's like one case per week, and a few months ago was dozens per day.
Per day.
See. Then there is hope.
There is hope, exactly. Yeah. There is hope.
So,
that's actually getting the new word now, a hope. First we had to accept it, now we're gonna have a hope. I think even that time going to supermarket became one of the things. I was going there every day, actually every evening. I would feel like I'm going to the bar, I would go and buy my wine or beer, at least something, just strolling around, just at least I could see some people. Even staying in the queue, you exchange some words like, hello, how are you, please, thank you. You're like, oh, I have some sort of communication there, I can socialize with people. Because what happened to me is my flatmate, I was that time in Germany, my flatmate went traveling to see his parents. And then the lockdown was introduced in a number of countries in Europe, and in Germany it was still shall we block or shall we not? And then they start blocking things. And we were all afraid, we didn't know what to do. So he decided to stay with his parents, and I was alone for 2 weeks at home in a new place where just moved in and all these things started. I'm like, okay, at least I can socialize in that way, going to the supermarket and seeing people, even staying this 2-3 meter distance and so on. And Miri, what about you? In your case, for this, let's say, mini depression or the locking down affecting your mental condition, let's say.
Well, it definitely demotivated me to do sports because we would go outside, and as I say, it was a bit depressive outside, so we avoided going outside apart from going to the supermarket, as you guys mentioned as well. So we would definitely spend more time in the supermarket, just to spend some time somewhere because everything else was locked. And but most of the days, we spend at home, Netflix, cheese platter, cold cuts, and wine. Almost every day, and I think I gained about 7-8 kilos, actually after the lockdown. But yeah, mostly we'll spend the time at home. Honestly, we're trying to. The thing is, it was kind of a weird situation for me. We would go to the shop, let's say, everyone was scared. You know, people would look at you like, you know, everyone trying to avoid you. They take like they see you coming towards them. They take the other road. You know, they go through a different aisle. You know, in the shop, and it's like it was kind of putting off. You know, like come on, guys. You know, I'm just a human walk in the supermarket like you do. And God forbid you sneeze, you know, like you sneeze like yeah, I mean it was a bit, you know, like
Did you do any exercise at home?
Sorry?
Did you do any exercise in the house?
Yes,
Like,
I was doing, yes.
Like the HIIT videos.
HIIT workouts and all these types of things. Did you?
I was doing in the beginning, but then I switched to more like cold cuts and cheese platters. it was easier workout.
Better, right? Like tastier.
Definitely. It was easier. But overall, I mean, then I found a hobby. Finally the weather got warmer. So I got a spare gun and I just jumped in the sea and I spent the whole summer in the sea. I spent time with fish. Better, you know. I isolated myself in the underwater world. So, and I'm looking forward actually again. So I can't wait until the weather gets warmer again. So I just go back in the sea and that's it. When I stay there.
Yeah.
Because one of the good things we had is, for example, our area during the summers is full of people, no? Full of tourism, full of travelers, and the last summer was just for us,
Amazing.
you know. And then it was amazing, you know. The peace, the water was cleaner, the no problems to park.
Yeah.
I suppose the same in Malta, you know. Malta is busy all the time.
It was the same. I mean, you know, you remember how we used to always have traffic here, no? I mean, how crazy the traffic situation is here. Like, we would drive the streets and they were empty. Like, you know, it's like some kind of apocalypse or something, you know? There is not even a single car during the day driving.
Like Valletta during the night.
Yeah, and during the day it was actually like this. Like, there is actually a photo taken in Valletta during the day that there is in the whole Republic street, there is just a cat in the middle of the street. No people whatsoever. Yeah, it was a bit scary, you know, and sometimes it was a very weird situation.
Dystopic picture.
Yeah, but actually I would say that in 10 years time, this was the first time actually I enjoyed Malta most.
But would you like it to repeat the same this year or next year? Not
really, because we miss people around. I mean, obviously it's energy, you know. But what I mean that I enjoyed Malta is that wherever we would drive, there was no traffic. Every place, like how you say, the water was clean, you know, the beach was clean, the environment was cleaner. There was plenty of fish in the sea. So it was a little different than every year. Like Comino during the summer, like before they opened the airport, you would go to Comino in June. It was empty, just 3 people in Blue Lagoon, and Gozo the same. But yeah, it is a bit not normal, you know, for Malta. So yeah, one summer was enough of that, I think.
Yeah, one summer was enough.
We want it back to normal again.
Yeah.
Guys, since you're the first couple actually I have on this program, I have the question which is interesting for me. Because what happened during the COVID, I heard in some countries the amount of the divorces happening or people breaking up was too high because people spend a lot of time together. In other places, people were actually getting much closer together, making 1 or 2 babies during this time because they're like, oh, that's easy, we're fun, we have more time for ourselves. And how did this lockdown affected your relationship? If you can share it, of course, if you're
I guess first. No, I think I don't know.
We get bored. We get.
I think. I mean, to be honest, we've always spent a lot of time with each other anyway. because we live together. I know all couples live together, but you were working from home before. I do classes from home as well, so we're not like a typical couple in that we're out working all the time, and maybe we just see each other at weekends. Like, that's never really been what we've been like. We've always spent a lot of time with each other. So I think with the lockdown and things, maybe we didn't notice so much. Maybe what it is just that you miss other people. Like, it's nice to spend time with you, but it's also nice to see other people, you know, just to balance it out, to make you more sane. And especially for me, because my family and most of my friends are in England, and is that difficulty of being able to contact them or see them, you know. It's been over a year now. So
and we're lucky our house is really long. And then you can stay in the other flat. And I can stay on the terrace.
We could be a complete opposite ends of the flat and not know each other.
We're gonna meet at 9 for that.
Yes. I'll see you at 9 o'clock. Okay, bye. See you. That's good. That's
So
good.
basically, you were actually giving it like personal space to each other and like enjoying each other's company. Would there be like anything you would share with people out there who are like together, but during the COVID they start putting the question mark in their relationship or something? Like, is there any sort of formula or suggestion you could share, or something with what you use when, I don't know, you get to that level of, oh, leave me alone, but then you're like, no, but I love you.
I suppose, yeah, it is kind of space, isn't it? Like, I don't know, if I get annoyed or, I don't know, I feel frustrated, maybe I'll go out for a walk. I suppose maybe in the first lockdown that wasn't possible, but maybe in the first lockdown everything was so strange that, I don't know, it didn't arrive to that point. I wasn't that annoyed of him at that point.
Oh,
you know, later on when you're maybe a bit more, I don't know, that you need space, and to go out and have a walk, that's a good thing, isn't it? Or just to give each other space, I suppose. What do you think?
Oh,
And I know you love traveling.
we had really nice times here outside.
Yeah. It's true. And actually, sometimes since we've been allowed to go out more, sometimes we just say, should we just go to the terrace at home? Should we just eat at home? Yeah, okay, cool. Even though the option is there, we're so used to it now and happy doing that here together. So
I mean,
We just miss traveling.
also, I know that you love traveling. I mean, you used to travel, I mean, some far distances and even close one every few months. And how was it for you, like, without possibility, let's say with limitation of traveling? Is there any need that you would really need to go somewhere to travel, or you're already planning something ahead for the, like, after COVID time, let's say?
The good thing is we had the good before last month. It was before COVID.
Few months before COVID, we went to India
and then after this kind of trip, you need you're gonna spend a few years staying around Catalonia.
Yeah.
And during the summer, we went for a week to Mallorca. Yes, to enjoy the Mallorca without tourism. And we ran a furgo, and we did the loop.
Yeah.
Mallorca. Malta vibes in Mallorca. I really recommend you. And then our plan is, if we can, as soon as possible, visit my brother who is living in Quebec.
In Canada.
In Canada. And the last time we saw him was 3 years ago. Oh, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we hope that I think that's going to be our first.
And you are really good with the, you know, with Skype and FaceTime.
Yeah.
But me and my brother, we are really bad.
It's a bit difficult, isn't it?
You know, also when the timetable is 8 hours difference.
Yeah, it creates some sort of challenge there. And for you, Mini, because we used to travel a lot together before, and then we had some plans for the last year. I mean, I had some plans of visiting different places, but then everything crashed. I mean, we say like we make plans and God laughs at them. So that was exactly the situation I had in 2020, and I think similar thing happened to you in general down there. I mean, how was it for you? Like, was this limited opportunity? I mean, we have opportunity to travel, but we're not really doing that. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm not really happy about it, I would say. I mean, my bucket is happy, definitely, but I mean, no, I prefer to travel a little. Even though I'm not doing, I mean, we had opportunity, but it's wherever you go, it's restrictions and lots of rules and regulations. I don't want to travel I don't want to travel like this. I'm not gonna enjoy for sure. I would love to go home definitely, because it's been over 2 years now, nearly 2.5 years. I haven't been home because I was planning to go home last May, and how we said, so yeah, let's see this year. I mean, let's see how the lockdown is gonna be. If they're gonna extend it, or if they're gonna close the airports or something. I'm not sure. And let's see, probably going home at the moment. I'm not really thinking about tourism traveling. Just family visit priority. And later we'll see. I mean, obviously, honestly, I don't know. I mean, yes, I wish to be traveling right now, but
is David still in Tenerife, in Canary Island?
No, he moved from there. Actually, I'm trying to see if I can arrange a call with him as well to join one of the programs. He moved. I'm not going to give the hints on the recording yet. I'll speak to you later as well. I'll keep it for one of the future programs. And also, you were mentioning to me that you are going to create your own program and podcast. Do you want to talk about it a bit, to give some hints maybe to our audience, and then who would like to join your podcast in the future?
Well, Alicia is, you manage a lot, because in your country, well, your market is massive.
Yeah.
But the Catalan market of podcasts is really little. My plan is to do it with a group of friends, without cameras. Then you feel more free. And
I'm sorry for limiting you, mate.
And try to pick the good ideas of other podcasts, and try to do it with a group of like crazy, funny friends. With one section each, speaking about everything, but without knowledge. That's the idea.
Fake experts.
Fake experts. That's a good idea. Yeah. Fake experts. I like that. That could work.
But this all the
registered trademark, copyright is there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, got it.
I need time, to be honest, but yes, it's a nice project.
And it's a really great medium. Like Mark says, I listen to loads of podcasts all the time, and there's so many different things you can listen to, and different, something when you want comedy, you can listen to something for comedy. If you want suspense, you can listen to a drama, you can listen to interviews. It's a really, free medium to hear other people's ideas and expressions, and it's good. It's just knowing exactly what's going to be the right thing to speak about is the tricky thing.
The most important is the idea.
Is the idea, yeah. You got to get the right idea, I think.
So I hope people from our conversation can get some ideas and find the answer to some question or maybe problems they have, and I hope there are not much people who have problems. But I think to basically summarize our conversation, we can all agree that to a certain extent, in the beginning, we all had some level of anxiety, depression, or from this limitation and uncertainties, the lack of information we had. Then we realized that the plans we make are not really going to work, and everything has to change. We have to accept it. We have to adapt to the situation. We have to live with the reality, and at the moment, sort of going by by the flow, and which is actually not only the way we live, but actually the way we think, is the let's say new normal we're living at. But it doesn't mean that we have to stop living the life, or we have to stop planning or let's say organizing our future days. And guys, I'm really happy for you that you had in general a nice time together, and it's always nice seeing you together, smiling. You're a really adorable couple. I love it. I mean, the moment I saw, I remember, Alicia, I know Mark before you. The moment I saw you together, I said, man, you got your girl.
You got your girl. That's good. That's good. Thank you for saying that. That's sweet.
A pleasure.
Thank you very much for joining.
My Azerbaijan family.
Azerbaijan family, yeah.
And all the best to your whole family.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. My regards to all your family too. I'm going actually running a bit over the time for the video.
Please, edit.
Yeah, we will do it. I can't cut you, man. You look so handsome out there. I can't cut you out from the video. But thank you very much. And actually, guys, all three of you, if you have something else to add or to share with the audience down there, or just go ahead. Just go ahead and feel free to share that.
I can go ahead. I would like to say actually congratulations on the project. It's a really great idea, great initiative, and I can say it's a good inspiration for a lot of people. Honestly, I mean, it's an idea out there, you know. Like, guys, don't just waste your days, or don't get like into depression, or he mentioned as well, like, you know, just continue living. I mean, honestly, it's true that we need to adapt to a lot of situations. It's not the life that we are used to living, but I think it's a good idea, and you're doing a great job, and good luck with the project.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. All the best, guys. Good luck to everyone who is in front of the cameras, anyone behind the cameras, everyone watching the video, everyone not watching the video. Take care, stay safe, everyone. And if you like the video, please press like. If you would like to see more of this content, subscribe to our channel, follow our page on Facebook. I'll be glad to see more followers down there, more subscribers, so I can invite more people to join the calls and share more stories with you. Guys, thank you very much for joining the call today. It was just amazing to see both of you.
Yeah, it's been so nice to speak to you guys.
Really
Thank you.
Nice seeing you guys. Take care.